me tell you a story. Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Meghann, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
Cheers to Charlie.
Oh, I know. Drinks are on Charlie tonight. Oh, we got piddly cups.
Oh, there's a little better.
Yeah, they're not great. The drinks are great. The cups are not. They're handheld wine glasses without the stem.
Yeah,
stemless.
They're stemless.
That's what I'm going for.
It's a lot.
They're all handheld. It'd be so weird if they made a wine glass that wasn't handheld. It just like hovered.
Yeah, that's the future shit. But it would be really weird. It would also be really weird if they named it what you just said. Instead of stemless glasses, glasses that handheld glasses without stems. Could you see that on the advertisement? For that?
Oh yeah, I almost went into marketing.
Yes. Well, Charlie. I mean, we have to shout out Charlie.
Yeah.
She sent us yet again another round of amazing bourbon cherries.
That's right. Oh my gosh, so many bourbon cherries.
So many, yeah.
We're going to have a bourbon cherry party.
We should, for sure. And then these really fun drinks. It's rosé bubbles. And then yours.
Mine that I'm drinking is Estate Bubbles, which sounds less fancy, but it is delicious.
It's a white wine, though. I did read somewhere on there because I was like, what is that? It's some sort of white wine, bubbly white wine. And the cutest part is Sasquatch is on both of them.
And he's drinking some bubbly wine.
He's not holding a stemless. His is a stem.
He's got a proper glass.
Yes, because he's Bigfoot. He's classy.
It'd be hard to hold it with his hands would make it so
Could you imagine that glass would look so tiny? It's great big hands.
You get hair inside of it. Ugh. No way. He's a classy guy.
He is a classy guy.
They're also 13% alcohol by volume. So...
Well, I've got a training tomorrow.
But my goodness.
I know. Hello, Charlie. She knows how to give us the good stuff. She also slipped a little bit of anchovy butter paste in.
Thank you. Form. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't wait to try that.
Oh my goodness. She said the purple one's for sleep. I'm like, okay, maybe if I know all I have to do is sleep after I take that, I might venture.
Right. My problem is, you know how they like have if it's indica.
Yeah, then you couch.
Yeah, see, here's when I hear indica, I think Indica Club. Like, that's what I think. I'm like, ooh, I'll take this. And then I would go to sleep, I'm sure. Yeah. So I have to ask all my friends before I take anything ever.
Well, I trust Charlie for sure.
It's also really nice that we trust Charlie because she gives us a lot of edible things.
Yes, that's true. She'd totally be poisoning us.
I said that to a friend the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, well, our friend Charlie sent us this. She was like, you're trying gummies? From somebody you don't actually know. I'm like,
oh, we know her.
But it's Charlie.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, she sent us crab.
Yeah, right. We ate that.
I wasn't going to not trust
crab.
that. I gave her my real address for that crab. I'm like,
amen to that.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
If this is a long con, you've already made.
You won.
Dues.
Yeah, you won. Yeah. Absolutely.
Me.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much suckers for free stuff. So if you're out there and you want to harm us, please don't. Please don't.
I thought you were going to be like, here's how to do it.
No, well, I mean,
we just told you.
I think they know how now.
Yeah, sorry. Please don't do that. We're very trusting.
Yeah, why would you? That's so mean.
Yeah, don't
Whoever you are out there, listen, get right with God and move on. Okay. Anyway, but yes, thank you, Charlie. And just so much fun getting a package in the mail.
That's right. And also, sorry, Rue, because we did put ice in our glasses.
Oh, yes.
It's a little clinky.
It is. Sorry. I'll try to slip. I'll try to sip quieter. Oh, and I know we did a TikTok, but I definitely think we need to give a shout out to Kim.
Yeah.
We had already recorded last week, and then we're like, oh my gosh, the box. And then we opened it up. So we dedicated that whole TikTok to you, but it is worth saying on the podcast, those chips, I still think about it. I went through them in 2 days. I took the rest of them home. I mean, I shared them with my family, but we were all and it was so good. I ate the majority of them. I'm not going to lie. They were amazing and worth it.
And they're Ken's chips. I mean, I know he said that they're not from him, like he didn't make them, but
and Kim was so honest. He totally could have lied, and we would have never known the difference.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, anybody else out there who'd like to send us a package. We love packages.
Also, we never expect packages, so just shoot us an email. Hey, check your P.O. box every once in a while.
Yes, that's a good tip.
Yeah, if you haven't heard us be excited about them, just send a message.
Haven't gotten it yet.
Hey, check that P.O. box. Because I'm like, I was going to send
Nobody sends us stuff. That's probably why Kim was like, I thought it was taking a long time. Sorry,
I read that message and was like, oh, it had been a little while since I checked.
They weren't stale at all.
No.
They were very crisp. They were great. They were perfect.
Delish. that good Copenhagen chips.
Wish we had another round. We could have them with this wine tonight. No, I've got to get back on this diet. That diet, listen, Kim, I love you, but it did throw me a little bit. After that, I was like, screw it. Carbs are amazing.
Worth it. Oh, boy. Well, are you going to tell everybody what I did today?
Oh, yes. I was like, what? You had me stumped for a minute.
Are you going to tell everybody that I hiked?
You went, well, Erin. Oh my gosh, if this is your definition of hiking, you are pitiful, girl.
I walked outside in nature.
Okay, hold on. Let's clarify this for everybody who is now thinking she actually went into the woods. She did not.
Search far and wide
in your
for
van.
Our destination.
In your van.
Well,
you got in your van and put it in GPS. Okay, hold on. Just be quiet. Let me tell. Okay. Erin, I will say this. You had the initiative to go out into the nature. Into the nature to look for. Well, tell them about your discovery. This is pretty cool.
Okay, so I was scrolling on Facebook the other morning and saw this little news article that said there are jellyfish in our local park, Shawnee Park.
Crazy.
If you're in Louisville, there are jellyfish. So I was like, well, what kind of clickbait is this? Nope, legit. I clicked on it. They said their best guess is that these little jellyfish, I guess in egg form or however jellyfish are born, came over on like exotic plants that people get for their ponds from China.
Wow.
And then people put them in their ponds and then they like caught a ride with some ducks or geese and landed in this pond. And the pond is like overrun.
Yeah, it's flourishing with
jellyfish.
And they're freshwater, the most cute little jellyfish.
Freshwater? I didn't even know there were freshwater jellyfish.
I didn't either. It was new to me.
They're so cute. They're just kind of like,
yeah,
I'm doing like an impression.
Her shoulders are going up and down really and her arms are out, if that makes you visualize that.
This whole story has made me realize that I am very good at a jellyfish impression.
You're really good at impressions in general, I feel like.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Every time you do it, I'm like, that was spot on. That jellyfish right there, I mean, the girl.
It was so
you
good.
could go into theater to be a jellyfish. I don't know what kind of weird musical you're going to be in, but Nemo maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just a background jellyfish. Don't let me sing.
She didn't make it big, but she's a jellyfish. As an adult, I would totally go to Oh my gosh. Okay. But anyway, so I was very impressed when you told this story.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the story. And then you're like, I kind of want to go see it. I'm like, really? I mean, I have known Erin for 38 years now.
Yes.
And never once has Erin said, let's go look at something in nature. Never. So I thought, wow. And then today, that was at mom's house a couple of days ago. And then today you were like, really, let's go look at these jellyfish. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're really intrigued by these jellyfish.
Yeah, I love jellyfish.
Well, clearly you want to be one. So you've been working on your impression. So we packed up the car full of kids and we get to this park and she does not know where this pond is, but I'm just following blindly. I had to run 2 red lights for this woman today. 2, Erin. Miles was like, we're definitely getting pulled over. But the second one, he was like, we're going to get pulled over. I was like, we might get pulled over.
Oh,
and if we do.
I mean, one was iffy.
Girl, you were ready to see these. You were like, on the road, let's go. And I was like, okay, here we go. So we did. Anyway, she just pulls up, finds the playground at this park, and we stop near the playground. And all the kids, of course, run towards the playground. I'm like, well, we've lost half of them now.
Yeah.
Now they're on the playground. And you just kind of wander around. And I'm like, do we know where the pond is? You're like, nope.
I'm adventuring.
Yeah. This park is enormous. And then I love it because your middle child who just got a phone and loves to use it is like, beep, 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 found it. And we are not close to it.
No way. No, we're very far.
Oh, so Erin gets the older kids in the car while I stay with the younger ones because I'm thinking, to be honest, I kept the because I thought, there is no way in hell she's going to find this pond. I'm so sorry, Erin. I did not have faith in you. But your GPS took you right there. And so I should have had faith in that.
I actually got lost and refound it. And that's how dedicated I was.
You were. But technically, you went to a playground.
Okay.
And you got into your van.
But I walked in nature for a little bit.
You walked through about 10 feet of grass.
It was more than 10 feet.
Once you got to the pond, though, the pond was so close.
Yeah, the pond
was not this makes it sound like it was deep in the woods.
Walking to the playground was the furthest stepping.
Okay, it was, but it still wasn't that far.
No, but it's fine. It was muddy. It was marshy.
It just rained. It was a little bit dewy. Oh, anyway, I'm still proud of you regardless. And you loved those jellyfish.
I did.
I did
so
too.
Excited.
They were awesome. They were great to watch. There were like thousands of them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many. I took plenty of videos. I will show you all.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get approval from my kids to post their picture, and I don't care. Yeah. I'm like, this is my moment. You just happen to be here. It was so cool. I couldn't stop talking about them. I still can't stop talking about them. I know.
Clearly, they're awesome. Miles and I were the only two who put our hands in the water to see if we could get.
You were pretty brave.
I was like, what? I want to, how often am I going to get to put my hand in a
that's not what normal people think. Normal people are like, well, here's my one and only chance. No, they're like,
well, my question is, do freshwater jellyfish sting like regular ones?
Okay, I didn't want to say this in front of Miles because I didn't want him jumping in because he wanted to get in that water so bad.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But it did say that they're so small, and I don't know if it's because they're freshwater, but they don't really sting humans. And if they did, it wouldn't really hurt you.
Nice.
But they would, that's how they get their little prey in fresh water. But
yeah, I'm so glad you didn't tell him because he had to ride home with me and I didn't want him to be wet.
Yeah.
Or kill they're so tiny.
Oh, they're so tiny.
Yeah, that was really cool. Good job, Erin. Good job getting us out into nature today. I loved it. So does this mean the next time I want to go hiking, you'll actually go with me? What if we see a beaver? Come on.
I do really like wildlife.
She was there. I do really like beavers.
Well, we all know I got married too soon to really explore that adventure, but right? I'm just saying.
Listen, the older I get. Okay. So let's reel that beaver talk back in because we sure talked a lot about beaver last week.
We sure did.
So yeah, maybe I can kind of get you. I'll just try to find some sort of wildlife to bring you to.
Okay.
Because you just hate walking and not seeing anything.
Yeah. What's the point?
But the trees, like, what if you see a caterpillar? That's not enough. Like, what's our level of wildlife?
I need to tell you that I love being outside.
Okay.
I don't like exerting myself outside. I like to sit on my front porch. I could stay there all day.
Okay, but like a leisurely walk?
A leisurely walk is fine.
Yeah, hiking. First of all, I don't know what kind of hiking you picture me doing, but it's not like I got a big old pack and I'm going. It's like, let's take a walk in the woods and call it hiking because that sounds more cool than lazy walking.
I can be okay with that.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. We'll try. We'll give it a try.
Once the summer, I can be okay with it.
Okay. Oh, fun.
You know how last week I was like, I don't think a video game could scare me.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you how very wrong I was.
Okay.
So wrong that Sophie and our niece that I was watching, our older niece, she's about to be 16. All they did for about 4 hours yesterday was watch me play. Sophie even said, you should really have a Patreon tier where people just watch you play this game.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because apparently I'm humorous. It's very scary.
Yeah.
They're coming right at you and they're so fast.
Well, you gotta tell them what you're playing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I told Kevin, I was like, listen, I know I told you I was going to retire from gaming. Because I mastered it and I don't need to do it anymore because I'm so good at it. But I told him our friend Chelsea told me about this game and I thought, that's silly. I wouldn't be scared. And then Rue doubled down and was like, no, you should really try it. Mm-hmm. It's the scariest thing I've ever witnessed. It's very scary. I've been playing Resident Evil. There's never any ammo. Sophie.
Wait, like you don't ever get ammo or
no, I just can't
don't have
find
enough.
it. I can't ever find it. And then Sophie will sit there going, I don't think you can do anything. You don't have anything. What are you going to fight him with? I'm like, you are not actually helping. But she actually is a big help because she'll be like, okay, if you go here, go turn left, there's a door. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's horrible. Every time I jump back, I end up playing like laying down because I'm so scared. I'm completely horizontal on the couch with my legs in the air.
Oh my gosh. As somebody who has watched so many scary movies with you, that's why we made that a Patreon because Erin is hilarious when she's watching a scary movie. So I would come over here just to watch you play that game.
It is pretty funny.
Oh,
it is
great.
Very scary. I tried to kick the imaginary zombies the whole night. And, so anyways, I was wrong. I'm eating my words.
Let us know if you'd like that to be a tier in our Patreon. Footage of Erin. being terrified of video games.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I mean, the movies, I've watched the movies. They are great and very scary.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a movie night if we can find it. Yeah,
good.
a little zombie action. We've never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I had a feeling like you're immersed.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine, and you're responsible for doing something. Like when you watch a movie,
Right.
you're kind of like, you're just in the audience, but this is like you're in it and you're the character in it.
As soon as the characters like take over and tell a little story, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Like I have no control right now. And that's great.
I can just take a moment to gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
That's great.
Intense. Well, I made Kevin, I couldn't leave yesterday. I made Kevin go pick up dinner.
Because you had to keep playing.
Yeah. I couldn't stop.
So you're terrified, but you also can't stop. You're addicted a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, I'm not going to play tonight because Sophie is gone.
Oh,
Sophie's spending the night.
She's your wingman.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, no. I need someone to guide me.
Oh, that's hilarious, Erin. You're such a gamer these days. I think it's so funny to me.
It's very weird. I know. I don't think it's going to be long-lived, but once these games are through, I don't foresee more games coming through.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Next thing you know, Fortnite it up over there.
Oh no, that's not for me.
Okay, well, are you going to tell them how famous you are tomorrow? You're doing a podcast, professional development for KET.
Yes. Well, I wasn't going to say anything about it.
Well, you need to. Why not?
Because I don't want anybody to come.
Well, don't worry. This won't air until after it happens.
That's true.
I'm just bragging about you right now. That's all I'm doing.
I was asked to do a professional development by a friend of mine, so it's not like we're actually famous. Yeah.
KET. Okay. I feel like KET is kind of a big deal. Okay.
Well, she asked if I would do a PD about podcasting and like how we grew our audience and how we continue to grow our audience and connection and stuff like that, kind of how you get started. And so, I'm doing that. That's actually on Wednesday.
Yeah, and Stephanie's coming.
Yes, I got a message today. I think this whole time I'm like, abstract. I'm not going to know anybody. It's fine. Probably 4 people will be there, and that's great.
Erin gets very nervous at live, anything in front of people she knows.
Yeah, or anything.
No, you don't get nervous on this.
Yeah, but they're not here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Just in front of people. Yeah. Any people? So tomorrow you're going to be nervous?
If they're children, I can talk to children all day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like talking in front of adults.
Oh, you're so good at it, though. You'll do great. You'll do so good.
Well, Stephanie, our dear friend, just wrote, I just saw y'all are doing a PD about podcasting at the KET Summer PD. I'm so excited for it. I've been trying to find a solid training on podcasting. I'm like, girl, first of all,
the pressure.
Stephanie's like the most professional person I know. She knows everything in the whole
about
world.
everything. Knows everything about everything.
I bet I could say, hey, how would you start a podcast? And it would be better than what I'm going to say on Wednesday.
Now, you stop selling yourself short. I saw your slides and I was super impressed.
Well, thank you. I wrote, really? Oh no, now I'm nervous. No pressure. Just my whole career depends on it.
I love it. Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, just hers and everybody else's career in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure. Nobody's going to come. It's fine.
I can't wait. I think it'll be fun. I'm going to be in my own training for my work, my other job.
Your real job.
My real job. So I won't be able to be there, but I'm excited to hear about it.
Yeah.
Stephanie, tell me the good, the bad, the ugly.
Oh, gosh.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. All right. Well, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to read a story back from Elena. It's been a while since we've heard from Elena.
Sorry, I have a mouthful. Elena. Hello, the lovely Elena.
Yes. Hopefully, by the time you're hearing this, Elena has joined our first movie night.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I know.
Elena,
I'm going to send a message out early tomorrow, just reminding everybody, this is it. Here's movie night. Let's go for it. Because we missed her last time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this story is called The Hotel St. Nicholas.
Okay.
Hello, my fave sisters.
Aww.
Sorry it's taken me literally forever to write again.
I've been waiting.
But better late than never, right?
Yes.
If you remember back in March, I invited you both out to come with me to a paranormal investigation in Colorado. As a refresher, I wrote about this place in a previous email. It's the night we caught an unexplainable figure in the panoramic picture, among other wild experiences. I'll reattach the photo in question, which you can share if you want. On April 1st, 2 friends of mine joined me on this adventure, one of which was the photographer of the picture, Mel, and her boyfriend, Brian. We had a much different experience this time. It was quiet until we ended the night as a group for about 20 people in the same room where that figure was caught in the picture. Let me back up to the start of the event.
So we're back for a second tour in the same place?
Yes, the first time Elena went on this adventure. Remember there were people talking in the next room?
Oh yeah, I remember the whole story.
Yeah. And then they go in and there was nobody there.
Right.
And then there was a mother and daughter who had a very similar experience. They come back in this too.
Okay.
All right. Let me back up to the start of the event. Before we really started, we got drinks at the bar in the hotel for a little spirits with spirits.
Cute.
It's a small bar with 3 bar stools at the bar and 3 tables. So when the mom and daughter that also saw an anomaly that night the picture was taken walked into the bar, it didn't take long to put the pieces together and reminisce about that night.
Wow. So everybody came back together.
Yeah, that's so weird that they're like, it's like they were called back.
Ooh, on the same night.
We got their info and want to do some independent investigations closer to home. That sounds like a great plan.
It's a meet cute if I ever heard one.
The group of 20 was split into 2 groups of 10, having each of the hosts lead a group. Naturally, we wanted to have the mom and daughter with us. After a refill on drinks, and then I'm going to continue. I was really hoping you were going to cut me off.
Me?
Yeah, old-fashioned. I could hear you asking what the drink was. It does sound like something you'd be like, what do you think they're drinking?
Yeah, what do you think? Okay.
And an old-fashioned.
Yum, we do love that. We have the bourbon cherries that could go in that old-fashioned.
That's right. And I got Kevin for his birthday, which was really for me, a smoker, like a drink smoker.
Look at that.
Oh, it's so
fancy.
good.
Some bourbon cherries and old-fashioned smoker.
Man, there's nothing. That's my favorite drink. We set out to talk to some spirits. We really wanted to recreate the amazing spirit box session from last time, so we went back to room 12 to give it a go. To my disappointment, we got nothing. No flashlights magically turning on, no devices going off. No one wanted to talk to us yet.
The tour guide who's like the guy behind the smoke screen, he's like asleep. He's like, oh shit, I lost the whole group. Like go by and I didn't do anything.
Now see, I was like, look at this. We have proof that sometimes things don't happen. Just because we pay for a tour and we want to go on the tour, sometimes it doesn't happen. Yeah. Because that's not something you can make happen. All right. Anyways, I really thought this was going to prove everything to you.
No, I'm a diehard skeptic.
During the break between changing rooms in the hotel, we heard the other group talking about their once-in-a-lifetime experience and how they were all in shock that this was happening. Guess we didn't have the it factor these spirits wanted. Being the jealous type, we wanted what they had, so we went to the room that the other group had a good time in. Again, not a damn thing.
Oh, man.
Okay, then, guess we really don't have the spark tonight, I thought. We tried a few other places around the hotel, but nothing else happened. Until we went to do the entire group spirit box session in the billiards room where the picture was taken. Having new devices to play with, I meant to look these up, and I did not, but I'm very curious. Having new devices to play with, I set up the REM pod near the pool table and cat balls on the table.
Cat balls? What?
Cat balls.
Cat balls.
On the table.
Well, I always hate when my cat puts his balls on the table. Get your balls off the table, cat.
Oh, if only you had a cat.
I know. Apparently this was intentional, though.
Yeah. Ooh.
So wait, you put cat balls on a table? We gotta look that up.
I know. We're gonna take a break. Pause for a commercial while we look up what cat balls are.
I mean, I can only imagine what Google's gonna come up with.
Yeah, you look, not me.
Well, it's exactly what I thought. Cat testicles. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, like we don't have cats, so we don't, I guess they're just called cat balls, which is so funny. You all should come up with a different name. Oh, it's like the time when I was teaching PE and I bought these brand new Nerf balls. Yeah. Did I already say this on the podcast?
I don't remember.
I bought these like brand new, they were like, I spent good money on them and I threw them out there. We're all having a lot of fun, but these kids kept like smashing them with their foot. And I thought that's going to ruin them. And so I was stop stepping on my balls. Yeah, you cannot say that sentence to a group of 5th grade boys and not have them die laughing. And then you're lost. So you're dead. You might as well just stop teaching.
Right. Yeah, I know. When I do clay, I've had to think of all kinds of different words instead of saying roll it up into a ball. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I can't say roll it up into a ball.
Yeah.
And they're like,
nope.
Like, roll it into a circle.
Yeah, like take
roll it into a sphere.
Ball off of your list. Take duty. Anytime I say like, oh, I have car rider duty or any sort of duty, that duty, oh, you just lost them. And then one time they really threw me. I said, we have to play catch up.
Yeah.
Like catch up. We have to catch up.
Yeah.
It's a group of 5-year-old kindergartners, and they were belly rolling, dying. And I was like, what is so funny? And like, ketchup? That doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, oh, you're so dumb. No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, cat balls. So apparently they're like little light up. I guess when they only light up when a cat plays with them.
Or when they're touched.
So
when something manipulates them in some way.
One would think if you put those on a pool table, and a big gust of wind happens, it might light up.
There was a sign on that ad that said, play anytime and anywhere. And let me tell you, you play with your cat balls in private.
Anytime you want, but please make sure it's in private.
Okay. They put their cat balls on the table.
And with consent.
Oh.
Ew, poor cat. Like,
oh, yeah. You don't
you play with your cat's balls. Allow your cat to play with his own balls in privacy.
No shame.
Good Lord, this took a turn. Good grief, you are perverts out there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
These people. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Other people place their various devices around the room.
Like their dog testicles. Okay, I'm sorry.
We turned on the spirit box and got to talking. And wouldn't you know, we actually got responses. Started off with a man's voice coming through the spirit box with intelligent answers to the questions. Then it became a full-on conversation between the lead investigator. The lead investigator has preferences on getting double confirmation with 2 devices going off at the same time for validity. Being the stubborn man he is, he didn't like the new idea of using cat balls.
I get it. I'm with him.
Until he got his double confirmation with the cat balls lighting up and a response of the spirit box. Safe to say, he got humbled.
Oh, Atlanta, so many jokes. So many jokes. You can't just throw that out there. I'm like a boy in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out you're the audience. You can't say it too.
That's right.
Shortly after this, the group part of this event was over, and it was time to go in our rooms or to the bar for the night.
That's where I'd be.
Right. We opted to go into our room and got comfy in our beds. Just for fun, I set up the mag light flashlight, the one that needs to twist to turn on, near the TV stand away from where we could reach. Seeing as though this was the first investigation for Brian, we wanted to see if he was still a skeptic or if he kind of believes now. So remember with those flashlights, you twist them a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. I don't believe in any of that.
I was going to refresh for the people who are listening.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Please. Shut up, Aaron.
I forgot there are other people out there.
So you twist it off a little bit, and that way, you barely have to touch it to manipulate it.
Yeah.
But then you put it far enough out of reach. I like that Elena specifies there. Mm-hmm. He was leaning towards believing, but still pretty skeptical. We talked for a little bit longer about the night, and out of nowhere, the flashlight goes off in response to a joke Brian made in poor taste. So we ask, do you think that was a bad joke? Immediately, the flashlight goes off. Then starts a conversation of yes and no questions with the flashlight.
Was the joke about cat balls?
Probably. We were able to find out that we were talking to a 30-year-old doctor who used to work at the hotel back when it was a hospital. The rest of the night was hilarious as the doctor was roasting Brian every time he talked, it would go off. Safe to say, Brian believes, but for the funniest reason.
What a cute story.
Yeah. Story. Okay.
No, I don't mean that. I really did not. If that sounded condescending, I didn't mean that. I meant I love the idea that a spirit would sit there and kind of roast somebody. Like I would love to be the spirit that's like, oh, come on, dude, and tease them. But it's just so far-fetched to me to think that a flashlight that you have manipulated to do the exact thing you are trying to get it to do is something that equates with a spirit. Because even if you set it far away, we don't think that at any point someone can't walk across the floorboards at some point and it jolts a little bit, like a tiny bit. Or we're on a fault line, or even if we're not on a fault line, we're still not everything is going to be still all the time.
Yeah.
So to me.
But it was like intelligently responding.
Yeah. And you can really want it to. And then you could possibly dismiss times when it's doing that and it's not on cue as like, oh, it's just, that's kind of funny. It did that and we weren't even talking to it. And then all of a sudden it does it when you're talking to it.
Yeah.
But you really want it to be talking to you. So you really tune into those times that it did. Elena, listen, keep writing in. Please just take me with the tiniest grain of salt, girl. You know me.
I want to try it so bad. Here's what I want to know. Like, I know Ouija boards are really freaky and I don't want to use them in my house.
Okay.
I don't really want to use them ever, but I definitely don't want to use them in my house. Because it's kind of like inviting.
It's so funny to me.
It is. It's
inviting. A board. It's a little tiny piece of wood.
Yes, that you can use as an instrument to talk to spirits and make them feel all welcome.
Okay.
And I don't want my spirits to feel all welcome. I want them to just, if you're passing through, fine, but don't like settle in.
Or you catch more flies with honey.
Oh my gosh.
You know, maybe just be nice to them. They can just hang out and be kosher.
Then I'm going to stop being nice in my house. Oh, too late. I've already done that. Yeah. Anyways, do you get that same, like, I'm welcoming you because I'm doing flashlights or I'm doing a spirit box?
Like, is any form of communication welcoming them?
Right.
Or is this just surface level, like, hey, what's up, yo? And they're like, yeah, your jokes are not funny. And then, like, you just kind of go back and forth.
Right. That's what I want to know, because I think having a spirit box would be kind of cool.
Well, listen, I know we have the audience to ask. Let me think who you could ask. You could ask Shelby. You could ask Birdie. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just, to me... First of all, let me say this. I think it would be a blast to go drink at a bar that I thought was haunted.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Like, after a ghost tour, then you go to this supposedly haunted whatever. I signed me up. I would become a believer for that night and that night only. I would be drinking and, like, toasting and, like, lights going off. Heck yeah.
Yeah, let's dream really big about someday we've made it huge enough to tour.
Oh, ghost tours?
And let's go to, like, New Orleans and just drink at a haunted bar.
You all have got to make us more famous.
Come on, what are y'all doing?
Spread the word so we can go take trips.
We'll
invite you.
Don't have to stay in New Orleans. We'll go any place you've got a haunted bar.
Stop number one is Elena. We're already sleeping on her couch.
100%.
Make
right.
room. I mean, literally invited us.
Right.
Told us we could come. So we are there, Elena. Get ready. Because
the only one.
I know.
Everybody else is like, no.
Well, we'll send you some packages, but we ain't invite you for our couch. You guys seem like a lot. And we are, Elena. We really are. And so get ready, and we're ready already.
We're already ready already.
Already. So yeah, I would love that. So as much of a skeptic as I am, you know, the right setting and fun and silly and laughter. Now, the next day I could go back and be like, oh my gosh, I was so drunk and that bartender was listening to everything we were saying and had total control under that switch of which lights to dim.
Oh my gosh.
Because, you know, who
doesn't they've got
want
all the time in the world for that.
Well, sure. I mean, it didn't look like a packed bar to me in that picture.
I believe you, Elena, and I cannot wait to come drink with you.
Yeah, me
drink
too.
An old-fashioned with you and an old-fashioned scary bar.
We'll bring our cherries. We have a whole jar. Great story there, Elena. Thank you. Tonight's story is from the lovely Brittany, and it's titled Ghostly Fire.
Brittany is another new Patreon.
I love it. Come
on
our
in. Patreon night.
It sure is. I love it. Here we go from Brittany. And by the way, Brittany is a fabulous author, like a for real author.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like not
like
just
published, right?
Published. Yes. A published author. And you could tell by the story. I'm back again. This story just happened to me a few nights ago. And I know that if I don't email it now, I'll completely forget. Little bit of background info first. We live in Cleveland and one of our favorite quick getaways is camping at Canal Fulton. The Canal Fulton Canoe Livery has primitive sites right along the river, and the town itself is well known for ghosts and legends. In terms of the history of the area, Canal Fulton was integral to the construction of the Ohio Erie Canal and a major stop for shipping commerce. Building the canal was dangerous enough, even lethal, but the town has an added tragic history of the Spanish flu.
Oh, man.
I know.
Oh, that's what took out Edward.
Twilight.
Keep going.
For a minute, you're talking about one of your plants. I'm like, oh, good Lord, your plant did not get the Spanish flu.
No, just my vampire boyfriend.
Oh, Erin, we're talking about real people here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because it was such a prime spot logistically, deceased victims of the flu were offloaded there in droves from neighboring areas.
Oh, boy, that's awful.
It is awful. Almost every building along the water served as a morgue at some point during the epidemic.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, isn't that horrible? There just wasn't enough room for all the bodies. Yeah, are you kind of regretting that Edward joke?
No, I just keep thinking, well, that's why Carlisle could get right in there and get Edward and save him.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You bring up Twilight. And what do you expect me to do?
I did not bring up Twilight. I brought up a factual thing in history.
Okay.
Actually, Brittany did.
Tomato, whatever. It's fine.
So on to my story. Normally when we camp, we like to check out the haunted spots and maybe casually take some pictures or something. Nothing too involved or actively investigative. The historic district and the canoe library are all in the same location. Very easy to walk around and explore. That also means all the energy, if you believe in it, is concentrated right there.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
There's a little park. Plus, I feel like you could kind of do this. It seems like light walking.
Yeah. You're not like I love camping. Isn't that weird?
That's so weird.
I don't like to leave the campsite.
Really what I'm gathering is you like to sit a lot.
I like to sit and drink.
You like to sit and drink a lot.
And be around nature.
Okay.
And maybe a beaver will come up.
But I'm not going to go looking for one.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Oh, you got to get the right motivation here. And if beaver isn't going to do it, I don't know what will. Okay, here we go. There's a little park on the old lock right across from the campsite, and they often have live music and events in the summer.
Oh, fun.
After we visit Elena, we're going to go visit Brittany.
Sounds good.
Brittany did not invite us, but we're going to go.
Sorry, Brittany.
Yeah, you told us where to go.
You basically signed up for this.
Yeah. You've written in a couple stories. Here we are.
Yeah.
That means something to us. I don't know if it means anything to you, but we're coming to your couch next. Okay. But after 11 p.m., the city clears out almost immediately. And aside from one tavern that has a jukebox, that's where I'd be, it's pretty damn quiet. Not like all noise ceases quiet, but there isn't much noise coming from other human beings. And it's very clear when it is, sound traveling on water and all. So when everyone else is asleep but me, the typical curse of all light sleepers, sometimes I wonder if the random shouts and yells I hear at 3 a.m. are actually ghost voices.
Ooh.
No way to know.
Ooh.
I mean, I know, but one thing I do know, there is a weight from all the history that I feel the most during my favorite camping pastime, the fire. I'm a purist when it comes to building the campfire. If I smell even a drop of lighter fluid in the area, the whole experience is ruined. Sometimes I even test myself to see if I can set up a kindling just right that I only need one match. But usually I end up giving myself a bit of a crutch and using a lighter. Either way, I enjoy taking my time and attention to build a proper campfire.
Oh.
We definitely need to go camping with Brittany.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I want to go to that location and camp with Brittany. Your husband can't come.
Oh, he lights everything on fire.
At first I was like, her and James would get along so well, but no, they would not.
Well, what I would need him to do is sit back and hey, just watch.
Yeah.
Watch how Brittany does this. That's a lot. That's a big ask. Asking a man to sit back and learn from a woman, Brittany. But no, he would do it. He would. He's very respectful of women. He could definitely learn that.
Don't worry.
As long as you're not asking him to learn how to do the dishes. Okay. Anyway. Having reverence for the forces of nature, the belief that a fire can have its own spirit is very real to me. And there is just something special about these fires we enjoy along the river.
Wow.
The feeling was particularly strong during the trip we just returned from. When everyone else had left the fire and it was just the two of us, I think she's meaning me and the fire, I put on the headlamp my husband had packed so I wouldn't bother the sleepers. It has a nice red lamp feature you can use so that you don't ruin your night vision. I wore it for hours the first night and thought the effect was so cool looking at the fire with it that I took some neat night vision photos.
That's really neat.
It is neat. For the unfamiliar out there, fire spirits in many cultures are in the form of salamanders.
Oh, okay.
It makes me think of Mormons. Remember the salamander?
No.
Oh my gosh, Erin, where have you been? The most recent book of Mormonism, it was brought to by a salamander.
I don't know this at all.
Okay, I'm sure I didn't make that up. Oh, here I go back to like Ernest Hemingway and everything else.
The most recent book, they were all by Joseph Smith and they were all on a tablet.
The most recent one was by a different prophet And that's why it's so controversial that like there was almost a split in Mormonism, like those who believed and those who did not. I watched a documentary. I cannot tell you the name of it. I also watched some show. But yes, it was the person who claimed for this to have happened saw it like a salamander brought this. So I don't know what salamander is representative of in lots of cultures, but it's not just in this story.
Okay.
Anyway, tidbits from Meghann that may or may not be true. Could be a dream. I don't know. Made it sound good, though, for a minute. Got Erin thinking, okay, I'm attaching one of the pics I took from the first night. My son, knowing nothing at all about salamander fire spirits, said it looks like there's a frog face.
Oh.
As a fellow amphibian, the frog face looks quite similar to the salamander face. The pic isn't going to convince Meghann. It's kind of like seeing images in clouds. It's like you know me. But it proves Ollie is definitely his mother's son.
Oh.
The next night, we both said hi to the salamander, and I had a nice chunk of time alone in front of the fire while the boys grabbed dinner. The flames were fueled by a nice breeze, and they literally danced and swirled. Fun tip, next time you are in front of a fire, take lots of photos of it and see what images pop out at you. I am sending the one where I see a stag clear as day.
Oh, cool.
I know, right? Which I forgot that she put that in there. So I looked at those photos. Now I want to go back and find the stag.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the ghost part already.
Oh man, I kind of thought we were done.
Well, I loved it because I did not know all of that about spirits and fires and salamanders. Who
Amazing.
knew?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, but so here we go. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
On this trip, I brought my Crow Tarot deck along with me. I wasn't planning on doing any readings. I've been going through a workbook that the author made for it, and I figured unplugged time would be perfect. My Crow Tarot uncannily shows me what I need to see. I've come to trust them despite years of caution ingrained by childhood Catholic PSR classes, warning all about the devil's trickster ways.
Yep.
So when everyone else fell asleep and I was alone again with a salamander, it was one of those rare, in all capital letters, times that I felt okay with using my cards to possibly communicate with a spirit.
Ooh. I didn't know you could even do that.
I know, I didn't either. Albeit an elemental one.
Okay.
Donning my red headlight, I invited the fire to talk to me and drew my first card. Out of respect to whomever or whatever spoke through the tarot, I won't go into too much detail about the specific cards. The essential message went something like this: sudden turmoil and confusion that leads to difficulty perceiving the right course. In the chaos, a force, and in parentheses, I assume the fire spirit, gathers them and provides shelter. Now, here I drew a card specifically asking if I was reading the message correctly and whether it was okay to proceed. I got the go-ahead, and I was softly confirming it out loud when my headlamp suddenly turned off.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Okay, I'm glad there's still fire, though, there.
Yeah, that's
because that would be like you're out, I'd imagine it's pitch black except for that fire.
Both things happened. Would that have been enough? If the headlight went out,
if the fire
went out.
Yeah, unless it was a really strong gust of wind. Immediately, I assumed it was because I wore the damn thing for hours the night before and must have drained it.
It's almost like believers have logic.
But when I took it off and clicked the button, the bright light instantly flashed on. I hit it again until I got the red light setting, thinking maybe there was a timer that I didn't know about. I asked if there was anything I could do to help these souls that the fire had gathered, or a message that needed to be heard. This is the message straight from the book. Extend love and kindness outward. When you help others by being a dependable source of help and compassion, you strengthen your own energy within.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. I love that. I need that on a t-shirt.
Yes, a long t-shirt to read.
Well, yeah, but it's meaningful.
Yeah, that's good.
Or, like one of those arm tattoos that goes all the way around. You have to keep reading them.
Yeah. I'd say if it's on a t-shirt, put it on your back. You don't need anybody staring at your boobs that long.
You don't need anybody staring at your boobs. What if
I always feel weird when there's like something written. I'm like, okay. How long does it take you?
Take a little second look there. Okay. Seeing this, it actually brought tears to my eyes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Brittany. I'm so sorry. This is a beautiful story. We don't do any of that intentionally. It's just who we are. So sorry.
We really just meant that that was such a beautiful.
It was so beautiful. I would want it like somewhere.
Yeah.
I went t-shirt. And then she
I
went
boobs. And I'm sorry about that.
She went boobs.
I'm so sorry about that.
Even after I said t-shirt, I was like, that's kind of belittling it. It's beautiful. I'd want it somewhere like on a plaque or something. I don't know, put it in my house. Seeing this, it actually brought tears to my eyes. Here, let's read it again.
Okay.
Because it is so beautiful. And then I'll just read what she says, and we won't interject our own nonsense in there, okay? Extend love and kindness outward. When you help others by being a dependable source of help and compassion, you strengthen your own energy within. Seeing this, it actually brought tears to my eyes. I spent a few minutes speaking from my heart out loud, very quietly, so I wouldn't wake the kids. Oh. The lamp turned off again. It was only 15 minutes or so since the first time. I think I said, okay, and took it off. I pushed the button, which, mind you, is on the top of the light and not something you can accidentally bump. Huh. The light turned on, bright as ever.
Wow.
Only 2 times during the whole reading did I specifically ask about my personal interactions with this energy. And during both of those specific times, the light turned off with no explanation.
Oh, wow.
Truly, it was a very powerful experience. Hope this wasn't too long. P.S. I accidentally took a pic with my phone after the reading. You can see the inside of the tent and very faintly outside another salamander face.
Oh,
until
my gosh,
next time.
I'm so excited to
Brittany.
see these pictures.
Yes, and then Brittany actually sent another message. She sent some pictures, which I thought were good, but then she was like, "Oh, those were not good. Let me send you some more. We'll post." Brittany, let us know if we can post this on Facebook. Let me see if you can find. I can see a salamander face. Let me see if you can.
Not right there, right?
No, look at the cloud.
Okay.
Picture a frog.
It's like I.
Mm-hmm. Now this next one, we talked about Nemo a minute ago. Oh. Doesn't that look like the Nemo, that like creature from down below that comes with the light
like a,
source?
Yeah, an anglerfish. Yeah, that's weird. That really does look like a face. Like you can see like the bridge of the nose even. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a little spooky.
Now I'll show you the other ones that it really does remind me of Nemo. We've watched Nemo so many times this past week. Now even this, like look, eyeball. Is that what you're talking about there?
Yeah.
But also, we also watched Little Mermaid, so it also kind of looks a little bit like one of those poor eels that always have to follow. See him? It's like right there.
It's weird that we called them poor eels. They're the bad guys.
Well, they're the bad guys, but I feel like they were made to be the bad guys.
They seemed like they were really in on it.
I think
something in gypsum.
I don't remember their names, and I just watched it the other day. But I'm just saying, I think that under other influence, other than Ursula, they would be fine. They'd make better choices.
They need like little like, we got her now.
Yeah, but under different direction, I think they'd be just fine.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw it. Oh my gosh, it looks so much like a frog.
Yeah. I see
that big,
the 2 eyes and then the big. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, those are very interesting pictures. We will definitely see if we can post them.
Yeah, we'll put them up. I will say I find fires mesmerizing. Like I can sit back and just get lost. It's like a meditation.
Yeah, I really get freaked out by fire.
Yeah, Erin doesn't like being around fire.
I think I was Frankenstein in a past life.
That would make sense.
Really freak me out. But I like to look at them. I just don't like to be too close.
Like I don't think you can ever relax enough to be mesmerized by a fire because Erin is constantly batting at like what she thinks is an ember coming to get her.
Well, they come to get me. They like are attracted to me. I'm like an ember magnet.
It's pretty funny to watch. It's kind of like, I mean, really.
Yeah.
Really. Anytime Erin is frightened, it's fun to watch. It's very entertaining.
I don't like what we're throwing out into the world. What's about to happen?
Who knows? Brittany, fabulous story. I love all the history. I want to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you've got everything. You've got like a ghost setting.
Yeah.
All the history you want. Then they've got live music.
Right.
But then it's cut off at 11. So, you're getting a little bit older. You're like, I don't want to be out till like 4 o'clock in the morning. But in case you do, there's one tavern open that has a jukebox.
And there's tarot cards.
Oh,
and Brittany's getting good at
I did want to say this about Brittany. Yeah, we're assuming we're going camping with Brittany. We're right here, Brittany.
Are we not? Did we not already establish that? Okay.
Well, I thought we were joking, but we're back. Okay, so Brittany's going to bring her tarot cards. When she said that, I thought that is such a cool thing, like that's so personal for you to bring and like a really cool hobby. because I don't like to read.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people will bring a book on a vacation and they'll sit there and read. And I thought, oh, that would be kind of fun just to take some tarot cards and, see what happens and pull one over. And then I liked how pull one over, I meant like the card, like pull one out and see what it says. I don't know. I don't really do tarot cards very often, but I think that they sound very interesting and very fun. And just having something for yourself. Like I like how she waited till all the boys were asleep and it was just, but I didn't know you could communicate.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I don't believe in it, but I didn't know you could. I didn't know that was a thought.
Oh, I can't wait. We're going camping.
We're going camping with
next
Brittany.
month. Oh, what?
We'll bring those tarot cards too.
Yeah.
Brittany, you want to come? Brittany, you can come with us too.
Don't worry. Brittany's like, wait, what? No. We actually
next month.
We have a family camping trip coming up in July.
Oh, but we'll totally bring our tarot cards. That would be so fun. Okay. We won't communicate. We won't try to summons anybody, but we'll read each other our tarot cards and our spouses and everybody that's going.
Yeah, our nieces.
Oh, the 16-year-olds will love that.
Yeah, they would. Anyways,
talk like we have more than one. We only have one 16-year-old.
Yeah, we got 14-year-old. She's getting there.
Yeah,
we got the older kids would love it.
Yeah, they'll love that. So that'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, Brittany, for the thought and the great story and
the pictures. I always love when a story comes with pictures.
I do too. It's a great visual. Imagine that. But I will say, as far as a debunk, me and electricity. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It happened to be a coincidence, a perfectly timed coincidence, yes, but it could still just be a coincidence. And the fact that it had been on the whole day before. I know there's a lot of times electronics they'll turn back on. So it gives you kind of this false hope of I've got more time. But it sounds to me like maybe the battery was running out a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. I really did see a very clear frog face.
Yep. But is that the power of suggestion? To me, that's what I always think of. If I say to you, okay, you're about to see a skull because that's very big in this culture and this is what it's going to be. And then I show it to you. Or if I had shown that to you and said, what do you see in this?
Yeah.
But in her story, to Brittany's credit, Brittany said that her son knew nothing about salamanders and was the first one to say something about a frog face.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Very true. I love it. I love a ghost story.
Yes, great story. And I would love to know more of the history about the salamander.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know, Stephanie, it's probably going to be you, more about the Mormons and salamanders.
Yeah.
Let Erin know because I can only give very, very small tidbits of information because I just store things very minimally. There's not very much room up here. So goes in one ear, goes out the other, but a little bit gets stuck from time to time.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for all your stories.
Okay. So back in September this past year, Sabrina sent us this great link to this other podcast. Now, normally we might not like that, but this guy,
he was hot.
So good looking. Let's take a look at him again.
Okay.
So anyway, and she started, hi, huge fan anyway. And then just was like, I think you all might like to see this other podcast about ghosts. But really, it was because he was so hot.
Yeah.
And of course, I was like, oh, subscribing now.
We love a bearded man.
Right. And then Sabrina sent us another one back in November. So she's been very active on Instagram, which I'm not on normally a whole lot. So I thought, I'll just pop over to Instagram and see, check out some people that I don't normally interact with too much because I don't know all about the gram or the Insta or whatever you young people are calling it these days, but I tried it out and turns out Sabrina delivered.
All right.
So I asked Sabrina to be our fan favorite and she said yes with the little face oh my gosh, faces. Oh. Of course. Thank you for thinking of me. I am a family photographer here in Louisville.
Oh, cool.
We need to get her.
Oh my gosh, we do.
Yes, because we've been listen, for real, Sabrina, we're going to get to know you. We want, Sabrina's like, oh God, do I have to go camping with you all? You do not.
You don't even have to give us your couch. We have homes.
We do have homes right here in Louisville. We don't even have to spend the night, but we want a new family photo of our whole family because last family photo I had, I didn't have any children or a husband. Now I've procreated. So they've been out of the family photo.
Yeah. And I've had another kid and so is our sister.
That's right. I forgot the other two. Yeah. So we've got a lot more and we're done.
Oh, yeah. We're as done as they're ever going to be.
Right. So we might be contacting you very soon, Sabrina, here in Louisville. So I would love to plug my small business, Sabrina Coester. Koester.
Koester.
I hope it's Koester. That sounds like I'm from New Jersey or something. Sabrina Koester Photography. And then it's at Sabrina Koester Photography is the IG handle. And we will definitely post that in our show notes.
Yeah.
By the way, I found you guys through Sam, Lucy's mom.
Aww.
Sam and I worked together several years ago. And I have my sister listening to the podcast now, too.
Aww.
We crack up over the sister banter because it sounds just like us. Lastly, I feel like I have to say I am a skeptic, LOL. However, yeah, that's right.
Fine.
However, I love a good ghost story and drag my husband on ghost tours whenever we travel. Anyway, thank you guys again. Y'all are the best.
Aww.
Sabrina, you're the best. That's
so
awesome.
Sweet.
We are super excited to plug that. And I mean, we have a lot of Louisville fans. So yeah, we'll definitely plug that. That sounds great. And for real, Sabrina, we will probably be in contact soon. Maybe if you could travel out to Oldham County, that'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you all for all of your great stories. Thank you for listening. Sabrina, thank you for being our fan favorite this week. If you would like to find out anything more about our podcast, you can go to our website at myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out about merch. You can find out how to contact us. You can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you bonus content, a sticker, a magnet, and that includes bonus bloopers and Am I the Asshole bonus episode. And then $5 a month gets you all that plus movie night once a month. So join us over there. We have so much fun. You can follow our socials. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts and rate us on Spotify. And I think I've said everything. Tell your friends, write us in. You can write us in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com.
Yeah, that won't go to spam anymore. We fixed that.
No, well, that's our direct Gmail, but also the website no longer will go to, we fixed that. Yes. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and we will talk to you next week.
Buenas noches, Bella. That's good night, my lovely. Because of the Spanish flu.
I thought you were talking about Bella. Bella in Twilight.
Oh, Lord. No. Lovely.
Will you stop talking about Twilight all the time? My gosh.
La 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 la.
Ears.
I'm going to kill Nat. Hold on.
Oh, my gosh. You almost got me.
I didn't get it.
Ellie is nostrily tonight. Nasally.
I like nostril.
Nostrily. Like nostrily. Just like to invent words. Look like a couple of Patreons. A couple of patrons. Look, as soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong.
Word has been ruined for you.
It has been ruined. It was ruined. I hated it when I was like, Patreon. They're saying that wrong. Anyway. 13%. Get ready, Rue. I'm about to read. Compliments of Chip. Whoop.
Of Chip.
Compliments of Charlie will bring you some cherries. Sorry, I keep thinking about beavers. Try it again. That I kept some neat night vision photos. And by keep, I mean took. Why? Why would I trade that word out? I don't know. Because I did. Let me try that again. Are in the form of salamanders.
I'm so sorry. It's driving me crazy.
I was reading so well in that sentence.
That is driving me crazy.
Well, you can let it drive you crazy quietly. Good grief.
How do you kill a gnat quietly?
Not like that. That was not quiet.
I'm sorry. That was so rude, and I probably hurt your ears.
Did you even kill it?
No.
Ugh, son of a bitch.